Do you have pets? Do you have kids? And does the thought of selling your house with your beloved pets and kids stress you out to no end? Well, this video is for you. I'm Vittoria Logli, your trusted real estate advisor, and today I'm going to give you some practical tips and run down a list of things that you can do to make your life less stressful in selling your home with pets and kids. Before we move on, I'd so appreciate if you would please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of future videos. The first thing that's important to do is neutralize your space. Not everybody has kids and not everybody has pets. Here's a fun fact from National Association of Realtors. They did a study in 2023 and 70% of buyers do not, I repeat, do not have kids. And signs of kids and pets can be very distracting to buyers. It's key to create a space that can appeal to everyone, whether or not you have pets or kids. Every buyer has different preferences, and neutralizing your home as much as possible is really going to make a difference in appealing to a broader group of buyers. Clutter, odors, toys, other signs of pets and kids can really be a very distracting factor to home buyers. And it's essential to present a clean and neutral environment. Let me dig into the odors part of this video because this is super important to consider. When you're in your home, oftentimes you don't smell your pets and you don't smell your kids, but when buyers come through the door, they're going to smell those things. So if you have a cat, please be sure, keep the kitty litter box clean and tidy. Don't leave it out into the open, into your family room or living room or dining room. Tuck it away in a laundry room or a basement, at least for showings, so potential buyers don't smell the kitty litter. If you have children, especially small children, where you change your diapers all the time, diaper genies can be so incredibly smelly. Super important to take out the garbage before all of your showings and open houses. And lastly, make sure to pick up the poop in your yard if you have a dog. The last thing you want is for buyers to be walking around this beautiful backyard that you've created and stepping in poo. Pretty much guarantee that your house is now coming off their list because all they're gonna remember is having poo on their shoe. Some buyers might have allergies to pets, not necessarily kids, but more pets. Really important if you can to get your house super clean, vacuum, deep clean, wash the floors, change your furnace filters, and maybe have an air filter running through the home just in case someone's super hypersensitive to these allergies. They won't have an allergy attack in your house while they're on the showing. It's also really important to depersonalize your space. I have 4 kids, 2 dogs, and a COVID turtle. We've got pictures of our kids everywhere, and we have signs of our pets that are pretty much everywhere. Gather all your pets' toys, hide them away in a closet. I do recommend depersonalizing the space as much as possible, removing your personal family photos. Having 1 or 2 photos is fine, but an entire wall or stairwell filled with personal photos can really detract from your home. The reason why this is so important is that buyers want to be able to see themselves in your space. And if they don't look like your family, sometimes that might be a little challenging. They can also be really distracted. I've had buyers go through and look at every single picture that a client has up on their walls and then never really notice the rooms or never really notice the amazing trim work or the light that comes through the windows or the space because they're so distracted by all of the pictures. Super important to store toys and shoes out of sight. I always tell my clients that you can contain your kids' toys to their bedrooms. That's absolutely fine. You're not going to make your kids' room look any different. Many people do have children and that's absolutely fine. And you can also contain them in the basement. I would just say it's super important to get these toys out of the main living spaces because they can not only be distracting, but they can also be safety hazards. If someone happens to step or, God forbid, trip on a toy. While we love our pets and kids, they can destroy a house. You can have scratches on doors, scratches on floors, handprints everywhere. I understand this. And even potential art project on walls. When you're going to sell your house, it's important to put a fresh coat of paint on all of these things. Adding a fresh coat of paint is the least expensive thing that you can do and will make your home way, way more sellable. As far as the scratches go, potentially on the floor, there's a product that I absolutely love for hardwood. It's called Bona, B-O-N-A, and you can get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's a clear top coat that you can put on your hardwood floors, glossy or matte, and you apply it to your hardwood floors, and it literally is magic. It will make the scratches in your hardwood floors, as long as they're not too deep, completely disappear. It's an amazing product and I always recommend it to my clients. And I'll link it in the description so you can check it out. Another friend is Magic Erase. The Mr. Clean Magic Erase, or the generic version of that, can be your best friend. You just wet it and then scrub your walls with it. It can take away handprints, smudges, and even marker or crayon marks off of the wall. I'll also link that down below. If the pets have destroyed anything, like they've torn up your curtains, you can certainly replace them with something inexpensive on Amazon. However, you can also just remove them. Same with stains or scratches on your furniture. If it's hard to remove those pieces, just put a beautiful throw blanket on top of it to hide it away with a little decorative pillow. The other thing to pay attention to is carpets. I don't know about you, but my kids trash their carpets in their bedrooms. You can hire a professional steam cleaner to steam the carpets. You can rent a steam cleaner from Home Depot or Lowe's and do it yourself. Or if the carpets are really, really bad, I would recommend potentially replacing the carpet. The last trick I have for you on this is getting a beautiful area rug. From a design perspective, it's totally fine to have a rug on top of a rug. So you can kind of hide some of these imperfections with some cool area rugs that you can pick up at Target, Amazon, or even HomeGoods. These small repairs go a long way in having a buyer feel that you really care for your home and have pride of ownership. Now, the most stressful thing about selling your house with pets and kids is the showings. You've got to prepare for these showings, and you need to leave yourself, I would say, probably an hour before showings. Gather up all the toys, gather up all the shoes, and hide them away. Bins can be your best friends. Each kid can get a bin, and you can have a game. You can say, okay, we've got 30 seconds to go around the house and pick up all your toys and all your shoes and put this in the bin. And the kid that does it the fastest gets a lollipop or something silly like that, to include the whole family in cleaning the house and make it fun for them and easier for you, which is key. Another thing I often recommend to my sellers who have pets and kids is they get out of Dodge for the weekend. They get to go in Chicago and spend the weekend in Chicago or Lake Geneva or someplace fun at a hotel, a water park. And then they give me access to the house on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I try and get as many showings in as possible during those times and hopefully have an offer for them by the time they come back. That way they only have to clean the house once. They get to go out of town and have a relaxing, fabulous family weekend, and that gives me access to the house all weekend to show it and hopefully get them an offer. Speaking of open houses, if you want me to do a video on how to prepare your home for public open houses, comment below open house and I'll get right on that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, my top 3 things on how to prepare your house: first is declutter, the second is repair, and the third is get rid of the smells. That's probably the most important thing. I have one more question. Do you think it would be harder to sell a house with pets or kids? Comment below, pets or kids, and let's see which one wins. Thanks for watching.